Hey there, team. And oh goodness me, it looks very daunting in the dark, doesn't it? Very cool. Okay, I thought we were on a different map for a second. I was like, for a second I was like, are we on the Black Gate or something? But no. Okay, we are in Minas Tirith. This is a nice, I believe, goodness me, wait, why? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's got to be 2v6. Holy smokes. Nawaki and Thanatos again. We've got Numenor and Amroth. Okay, interesting. Usually, as I say, the major like power. I'm gonna wait for them to sort of shuffle around a little bit before I go for it. Usually, sort of what you get with like a major powerhouse defense is like a, Numenor and an elf, or a dwarf and an elf, or something like that. You don't usually get, say, two armored up human factions, especially. Yeah, I mean, Dol Amroth is good in a siege, but yeah, this is bold. Certainly quite bold. Okay, well, we'll pass through. We'll probably miss a few things because, fires of goodness sake. So that is just one unit. I like the Fires of Swordmasters and the Haven Guard back like next to each other. Holy smokes! I'm gonna grab that just because you don't usually see that together, but I doubt this is gonna be my thumbnail. Yeah. Anyway, Fires of Swordmasters and the Haven Guard. Along here, we've got the Royal Legion of Armenelos, Seafarers and Indamos. It's only 34,000 frames. Steel Bows there, Numenorean Steel Bows, Perithal Champions. Down here, Black Swan Renegades, and more Perithal Champions. We're going to be having incredibly, elite armies, of course. Shadow Bows, Numenorean Cohort, some Ethel and Halberds, Knights of the Silver Swan. I like them, you're not going to get, a massive amount of kills from them, but they got that morale buffer. Some more Fires and Swordmasters there. Haven Guard, more Haven Guard, Numenorean Cohort again, Wanderers of Nimrodel, Royal Guard, Narun and Aru, Royal Guard, I should say, Wanderers of Nimrodel again, Trebuchet, Shadow Bows, Steel Bows, Wanderers, Fires of Nobles, some Marksmen, we've got, okay, we have a Trebuchet and a Catapult, Haven Knights and more Haven Knights. And the Shadow Bows and some Royal Legion of Armenelos there. Nothing up here for now, but as I say, we'll have another quick gander. Oh, that's them actually finished their deployment. Holy smokes, that was interesting. Interesting indeed. Anyway, let's go for the attackers here. So first attackers actually all the way back here because there's so many of them. We've got Eclipse. Okay, good. We've got the Orc Fodder and Orc Maulers, armored up, no, non-armored, but as I say, if we could just descend upon them, I like this, armor piercing, that's what you want. Some Temple Guard there, just lots of numbers, lots of armor piercing, more on infantry, Minas Morgul Chosen, some Sauron's Well, again, Blackguard of Barad-dûr, Temple Executioners, and more Sauron's Well. Yeah, fond of that, ability to push through, keeping it nice and simple, nothing crazy, yeah, no major, investments in, the high and so on that could be a hit or miss, just keeping it good. Jefferson there, more Temple Guard with another Mordor faction. Temple Executioners, armor upgraded? Yeah. No armor upgrades, but yeah, that's fair enough. They'll still be able to go toe-to-toe with most of what's arrayed against them. Orc Javes there, Orc Archers. Yeah. Orc Maulers, Sauron's Well, more Maulers. Goodness me, lots of more non-infantry. Looking at Gorge and Orc Fodder. Over here. Of course, attackers deploy first, then defenders deploy. Why? My brain just forgot that. Then the Womb Raider, we've got Orc Javes in the back. Yeah, Javes, of course, with this. Should always be cost effective. Then more on Halberds, Blackguard, Sauron's Well, Orc Maulers there. No armor upgrade. Olakai. Or captains. Are all of these guys Mordor? That would be pretty cool to see. More non-infantry and the Orc Fodder. Holy smokes, we're going to have massive numbers if they're all Mordor. Another Mordor by Lord Touch Me. Holy smokes. Okay. Temple Executioners. I think there might have been a rule against Nazgul or something. Orc Fodder there out front, which makes sense. If every one of these guys brought Nazgul, that would be a bit too crazy. More non-infantry, Orc Javes, Blackguard of Barad-dûr there. Yeah, again, it's all of this Blackguard. It's going to be so tough to keep that under wraps and keep that from just blasting your lines right open. Orc Javes, more non-infantry. All of them pretty similar armies. Oh, we've got Harad, Runic Warlord there. And yeah, we do have, I'm seeing the colours now. Then we've got Harad and Rhun. So we've got the Southron Pikes again. Armour-piercing pikes is not going to be fun. Armor upgraded, dismounted Serpent Guard. I like that a lot. They've got the actual skill to kind of go toe-to-toe with some of these humans for a while. Well, yeah, they are humans themselves, of course. Trollman of Harad, yeah, very messy. Demons of the Desert, holy smokes, if they get in a right position. Catapult, bust open the wall a bit, maybe. And also, yeah, I see sort of keeping them safe. I like that little formation. Dismounted Serpent Guard. Hood Warriors in the back. They're going to die in droves here, but just, yeah, I mean, I like them, yeah. They're fun to use. And then Harad from Spears, of course, just a little fodder unit. Get the job done. And lastly, the Runic player, we have Order 66. He's got his Lok Narim, more Narim, Eastron Clansman there with 1 level of armor upgrade, some more Flag Rim, Flag Rim, Flag Rim, and then the Gap Rim. Eastron Crossbows, very nice. One armor upgrade for them, I believe. I thought they got helmets, though. Maybe this is them as standard, and they get helmets with level 1, and then they get Golden Boy armor with level 2. Gap Rim there, more Gap Rim. Baltroth Tribesmen at the back, Eastron Clansmen, and yeah, more Tribesmen. Good. A lot of Tribesmen. A lot of Clansmen, I should say. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I like all the attacking armies here. Let's just go, say 0.5 for a minute, just so that we can have a quick gander at the wall now, that I know that this is them actually locked in. Okay, they've not actually put anything up on the wall, which is fair enough with the amount of firepower that you're going to be getting thrown at the wall. You know, you never want that to get broken down, especially when you are, like, low on troops. They're probably just going to be defending the sections. We do have the towers opening up, but just into Orc fodder, you know, that's okay. Lord Touchman can just leave these units here. Even if he loses an entire unit of Orc fodder, it's going to take so long for those towers to actually rattle you through. It's only if the towers are actually hitting valuable units that you end up suffering. But still, he's kind of coming in pretty quick, which is maybe not what I would do there. I would have probably... Oh, that's awesome. Oh, nice. We've got the trebuchet up top. Oh, that could have made a pretty cool little shot, actually. Let's see if they want to do that again. We got there. I don't know. They're so dark. I don't really like to aim and take thumbnails and so on. Just takes my mind off it, but it's good to have a good one. What do we go with? Maybe that was just left at fire. Well, I don't think he's gonna go for it again. I never really care for like those long range shots. You just... Oh wait, no, we are opening up against Thanatos. What are we liking? I guess just the bundled up army. We'll go to 1 times speed properly. Yeah, we're still at 0.5 there. It looks gorgeous though. Holy smokes. Yeah, he's just opening up. I guess Womb Raider's army was pretty tightly packed together. He's spread them out now, and yeah, that's a bit disappointing. I just don't think he got any, like, great shots. Yeah, no, I don't think he really... Nah, that's a shame. But, still, fair enough. I like the boldness of taking those long-range shots, but they just never really seem to pay off too much. And in this situation, the boys are going to have to do... Yeah, look at the bloody balance of power, holy smokes. The boys are going to have to do their absolute best with their artillery if they're gonna make this work. Lord Touch Me already kind of busting this open. Yes, they're Orc fodder. They are spears, but like I would be so scared kind of moving up myself. But I guess at the same time, Lord Touch Me wants to like block them in. I always dread. I've got a terrible memory of once I was cardling on a Minas Tirith attack, and I think I was starting here. I was making my way over. I had like maybe I had a catapult or something. I don't think I had a treb, and I busted open a hole in the wall there. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool, that's fine. I might go in there. And then suddenly the defender's cavalry rushes out at me through the hole I had just created. And I was like, oh no. I just wasn't ready for it. Did not expect their boldness. So I wonder if Harad might end up busting open a hole. And then Dol Amroth can sally forth and really ruin shop. Yeah, that tower is just going to be pecking away. You're seeing a few Orc fodder. But this is just not really going to be a worry. And that tower's even missing the occasional shot. Just stressed out, intimidated by the Orc fodder in front of them. And yeah, but no, so Lord Touchme is not going to be too upset about that. And it just means that they can't sally on out the main gate. I'm very interested to see actual numbers on this siege. Holy smokes, it's going to be a hell of a disparity. But Numenor, like if those Numenorean cohort get to go toe-to-toe with just the Orcish sword and board of the Moron infantry, the Numenorean cohort are going to gutting them for days. We have a lot of cav. Like we've got two of the Haven Knights and those Farazim nobles. Just don't know, like, of course we can kind of just bounce back and forth in here, but, I don't know. Don't know if it's going to be, I don't know if we've really got enough space. Yeah, Lord Touchme's being really quite aggressive. Because his boys are going to take a while to get over here. Oh, Eclipse. Ah. I think Eclipse might be gone. Yeah, no, this was called 5v2. I remember that now. So yeah, sorry to get people overhyped. This is a 5v2. This isn't a 6v2. We've lost Eclipse, which is a bit of a shame because Eclipse, as I say, is a very good player. So, but Lord Touchman's been around for a long time. We also do have Runic Warlord's been about a bit as well. The Womb Raider, I've seen him around. Jefferson, of course. Order 66, I'm aware of him, but I quite remember how many battles I've seen him in. And he's kind of standing by too. Oh, goodness me. No, you really need to be getting in there together, boys. You know, we can't be fighting just one at a time. Actually, let me just pause here because there might be some special rules with this one. Ah, great, good. This is the problem with doing this like 5 months after it's been sent to me. Yes, we have some rules here. So, the 4 armies. This is what's happening here. Of course, Harad and the 3 other Mordors here are free to strike right away. The only rule being that they are not allowed to actually bust a hole in the wall. These sturdy, you know, well, yeah, in lore, the Minas Tirith walls are pretty much unbreakable. So yeah, they're not allowed to break a hole in the wall. They've got to do this by the siege towers, by busting a hole through the gate. So that catapult is going to have to be used for a sort of close range fire. Also, these 2 armies are in reserve. They are only allowed to enter the field once, you know, at least sort of 2 of the original attacking armies are almost dead, it's being described to me. So I'm guessing, you know, once the bulk of the first 2 armies is gone, they can come sally on over. So that's fair enough. I understand what's going on now, and it makes it slightly more possible. This is still an incredibly difficult task for the defenders. Goodness me, boys, come on, sort your stuff out. There we go. That's fine now. They were not loving the start of that fight, but this should go very much in their favor now. That yeah, because this, as I say, like, this is what they want. And yeah, I mean, Lord Touchme's not doing a bad thing here by just putting his Mornon infantry toe-to-toe with the Numenor. Holy smokes! How are you killing so many of them? What the hell, Numenorians? This should be a bloodbath for you, but you're actually... yeah, you're really doing not too bad. That's a shocker. But yeah, they should kind of organize themselves and still win this comfortably. But, you know, these guys are costing, you know, definitely double what this Mornon infantry unit's doing. But no, I think they'll sort their stuff out in a moment, and they're still getting support from that tower as well. More climbing going on here. The Farzam Swordmasters are in this position though, and that's going to be a little bit more unpleasant for the Mornon infantry. Yeah, even like, you know, vastly outnumbered, but these guys are taking out an orc with just about every swing. Yeah, you're seeing a synchronized kill just about every time one of those Farzam Swordmasters does lash out with that massive sword. Yeah, another synchronized kill. Goodness me. Yeah, this is very, very bloody for the poor guys. The only way you'd be able to counter this is by sending in one of your own elites, which, what have we got here? No, more Mornon infantry, just to tire these guys out. Yeah, I mean, they'll be picking them away with like little bits of damage, but you know, we really need to just gather up and get a good swarm in. Good, we've got the Mornon guard. No orc fodder coming in. Yeah, more numbers just to spread this out, spread these Farzam Swordmasters around. Over on this side, yeah, Mornon infantry again, just getting gutted. Black Swan Renegades, armor piercing there with their maces, and Knights of the Silver Swan there. Of course, that morale buffer helping them out. But yeah, they might not be able to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Bodig. Oh gosh, poor boys. Well, they should come back, though. These guys should return from the fight. But that is, yeah, it's kind of the issue with just being spread out like that. I would have probably, if I was Lord Touchme, I would have maybe tried to concentrate my attack. It is a good idea to spread the attack, but the problem is, the problem with doing so is, yeah, you've got those little morale shocks like that. You want to be together, you want to be backing each other up. We've got Jefferson arriving now. It actually looks like Jefferson's going to be moving all the way around to strike at this side, instead of coming sort of through the back of Lord Touchme. And then we've still got no movement from Runic, so they only had to have 2 armies in reserve, but it looks like we've got a bit more than that just sort of standing by. What have we got kills wise right now? 2 for 3, so this is pretty good for the attackers right now. You know, they've just hurled in their Mordor infantry, their orc fodder, and they've actually inflicted casualties. Like, this is a... I was very surprised how well this has been going for Lord Touch Me so far, but... yeah, now that they're shaken, now that they're a bit more... Yeah, they're warmed up, but still, it's a bit nasty for them. Trying to get these archers used up. If I was in this situation, I probably wouldn't have taken any archers. Yeah, if I knew I was going... like this thing, if I know I'm going up against Numenor and Dol Amroth, I would have probably just not taken any archers. But at the same time, it's thematic, it's nice, it's fun, you know, you're doing it for the movie, it's all that, like, so maybe I would have taken something, but if I was really going in this to win it, I wouldn't have taken any archers, because I just don't think you're going to get them used. I would have grabbed my javelins, and then, yeah, I would have just gone for infantry. Preferably, as I say, orc maulers, something that's armor piercing, but if not, even I would have grabbed some Mornon guard, just something that I think could have tired the enemy out a bit with that spear skill. Or just packed on more fodder. Why not? Hey. Yeah, but I'm not seeing any Nazgul, so that wasn't mentioned to me as a rule. But I'm kind of glad we've not gone for it. As I say, it sort of breaks the immersion slightly if you've got, you know, as I say, 6 units of well, yeah, we've got like 4 units of Nazgul on a siege. Okay, Royal Guard. Wait, have they been opening up? Shadowbow's view. Oh, some fire coming up and over. Yeah, the Shadowbow is kind of a worthy target there. You don't really want to be shooting up and over, but in this sort of scenario, I don't know when he'll be able to use those archers, so... It's not the worst arc in the world, it's not a good arc by any stretch, but it's... yeah, it is what it is. And if he is hitting one of those Shadowbows, you're seeing the occasional casualty, so... It's about as good as he's maybe going to be able to get. I'd possibly tempt to come over and try and target the catapult crew instead, just sort of whittling them down so you might be able to bring them down later, but nah. Or the cavalry, bigger targets, but again, Farazim Noble's going to be shrugging off that damage. Ugh, orc fodder against Farazim Swordmasters, my god. Yeah, you know, I did my like versus orc fodder video a long time ago now. I really enjoyed making it, but it was a lot of work, and I said I was going to make more of them, but no, a lot of people were like, you know, what would happen if the Farazim Swordmasters just went against like orc fodder after orc fodder? How many could they kill? And yeah, we're not going to see a single casualty to these Farazim Swordmasters, as they really just blend their way through these poor fodder boys. I think he's getting some stabs in, good on him. And there is one of those bloodied, but yeah, again, every time you're seeing a swing from the Farazim Swordmasters, you're getting a casualty. I quite like that, but it's probably not going to be used as the thumbnail unless I forget to take other things. Right. Even Knight's waiting there. No, they're bolting down now. Everybody's sort of spreading out down here. What we got? Jefferson, yeah, Jefferson's coming all the way around. Again, more on archers rattling up and over. Yeah, switch fire to the catapult crew. I like that. Because Nawaki's catapult crew they're still squished together, so you're probably going to do a little bit better. And you're still getting the occasional shot into the shadow bow, but still, like, you're either wanting to do that or you want to wait until you maybe take the wall. What could be cool? Takes a bit. Ooh, it's a bit risky, but say coming in with like the Blackguard of Barad-dûr, trying to shove the enemy back from this position, like so coming in here. Sure, you know what, the Mordor infantry are doing, they're gaining ground, but say if you got the Blackguard in there, they would just shove them back. They would lose that fight, but they would shove them back, and then you just try and bully the enemy around a bit, clear some space on the wall, then get your archers up on the wall and start firing from the enemy's wall. But it's if it goes wrong, you've just lost your Blackguard of Barad-dûr, and you've probably just lost your archer unit as well. So I don't know. Better to do with jabs anyway. So yeah, I would have probably not taken my archers. This is interesting. So yeah, it looks like the Mordor forces are really just coming in. Oh, we are getting some Haradrim arriving now, trying to put up their own tower. They're slightly more elegant looking tower in comparison to the orcs. But we really could use, as say, the Serpent Guard coming on forward. But hopefully we're going to use up some of the Defender's ammunition before these Southron Pikes get in there. Because if these Southron Pikes are coming straight in through the main gate, I do like their chances, to be honest. We don't actually have... Shoot. We really don't have that... do we have any pikes on the fence? Interesting. Yeah, I don't think we got any pikes. That's interesting. Oh, Olokai climbing up. I always like to imagine when the Olokai are climbing up a ladder or a siege tower, I always like just imagine that they're just climbing up the wall itself. You know, these massive trolls are just like grabbing the bricks and just dragging themselves up rather than climbing up a siege tower. But this is going to be a bit messy because Olokai are heavily armored. You know, they're the... Nope. Trolls the White Hand are more armored. But still, they're going to come crashing on down here. And the Numenorian cohort, as good as they are, as high damage as they are, they don't have armor piercing. And they're not, like, exceptionally skilled. So they're going to struggle here. And they need to get in the fight, Olokai. Don't just shove the Orc fodder and get stuck in there. This needs to be a shocker before before something else gets thrown in there. You see, I would be tempted to get those Swordmasters up. Just to get those Olokai killed. Yeah, what I would do is I would probably get these Swordmasters. No, there's something coming. But yeah, I would definitely get those Swordmasters up there because these poor Numenorian cohort, yeah, down to they're dying real fast now, and we're gaining ground. Oh, whoop. Yeah, cool. So he's saying, dang, no, because so these Fires and Swordmasters are coming over, deal with this, but then that's opened up a spot now, and this is actually some ground. This is what we could do some archers here now. If we got a unit, squished it up there, we could try and maybe fit some archers up this area. It looks like Thanatos is kind of primarily... No, I was going to say, yeah, he's on the right side, whereas Dol Amroth is on the left. It's good, kind of, you know, again, you don't have to focus on everything. And Thanatos and Nawaki, of course, they're good at working together. They know each other's capabilities, and they're communicating. So, you know, you don't have to worry about, like, watching your allies. Sometimes if you're not able to communicate too well with your allies, you have to keep watching their flank to just make sure that nothing slips by them. Like, you know, you have situations where a cavalry unit or a skilled unit of infantry can just slip through slip through your allies' lines and then stab you in the back, and your ally didn't even tell you about it. He's just like, it's not my problem anymore. It's like, no, dude, it's our problem. It doesn't happen too often, but yeah. So they're not going to have to worry about that with Nawaki and Thanatos. These Haradrim spears, I'm really surprised that they've not just bolted on. Are they in skill trim? That's kind of cool. I've never really done skill trim on a wall, but yeah, that looks really cool. No. We'll go for that. That's pretty dope. Untitled Champion, so yeah, grinding away. Not quite like the Fires and Swordmasters, but still a very good quality unit. Very highly skilled. Very, you know, decent armor on them too. So these Haradrim spears shouldn't be able to do much damage, but they're wearing them down. You know, these guys do not have limitless vigor, and oh goodness me, yeah, there's some good grinding going on the other side now too. They're shaken. Why is there? I'm surprised their morale is holding because they're not like. I guess they do have a lot of friendly numbers right next to them. More arrow fire coming up and over. Just trying to find its target. Shadow bows. I think shadow bows are generally what we're going for here, just because that is like the lighter armored units. But I think their armor's not bad. Pretty sure the Adunam shadow bows have got a half decent amount of armor. The Wanderer of the Nimrodale as well, a bit more fragile, but not like everything on the defenders roster today is. It can take a bit of a punch, and that's why, you know, as I say, I just don't think archers. I don't think it's the day for archers here. What are we at percentage-wise? 11 for 17. A bit worse off than we were before, but in reality, still not bad. Really not bad. Especially considering, like, look, we've got dead Swordmasters. Swordmasters are 3 hit point machines. Like, every single one of them that goes down is an absolute catastrophe. So, even though we have, like, deleted this Olokai, like, we've lost like half a unit of Fires and Swordmasters there. I'd call upon this unit to come on in as well. Halberds there. I would really be trying my best to not have my halberds fight on the wall. Oh, they're doing okay. Phalanxes on walls. I've seen it work incredibly well, but I've also seen it work terribly. It seems like if they can get organized, a phalanx on a wall can be fantastic. But in this situation where they're just kind of jumping on in and they're not ready, they're just getting stabbed right off the ramp. But because they've got the numbers advantage here, the Fires and Swordmasters are getting pushed back, and they are managing to organize. And they are managing to get this sort of phalanx situation going. This could be, yeah, defeat that. This is going to be messy. And this is the problem, just being so badly outnumbered here.
The enemy have taken them.
Yeah, we're losing sections of the wall. These Numenorian cohort, I know they're staring people down, but maybe they could run over here quickly. What's going on this right side? Royal Legion of Menelaus going down there. Oh goodness, Seafarers and Endamos, that's fine for them. I don't know if they've used up their ammunition or not. There's a lot of dead orcs around them. Oh no, Olokai coming. Bloodied Olokai though. What are your numbers? Jumping on forward there. Can't quite find them with my cursor. It's only 2 though. It's only 2 of them. So they're, yeah. But still, that's going to be unpleasant for the Seafarers. Seafarers are going to take a little while to bring those down. Because again, no armor piercing for the Seafarers, apart from after, of course, they've used their javelins. And you don't really want to use javelins against trolls. Chasing away some Sauron as well. But again, Fires and Swordmasters here, down to 28. Over in this area, the Perithal Champions, fine. Some more rushing in by some poor orc fodder, but that's not going to be fun. Yeah, battering these guys down with their maces. This guy actually got stabbed right through with a mace, and then he just got straight cracked at the skull. Ah! Okay, Jefferson coming in hard here. Do we have some rangers? There we go. This is messy. Yeah, this is going to be very unpleasant for poor old Jefferson. Yep, bit of frame stutter there just as we were getting rattled right through. But not actually as perfect as we thought. We move any, because even if we were just to move back a little bit further, we might just get a slightly better arc where we're cutting through a few more of them. Yeah, I would maybe try and take the time, if you can, to just get a little bit further back. Just so they're cutting through a few more, because we're not really getting that many here. But still, it's very unpleasant. And it's going to be a bit of shock damage. And if these guys break, and Nowaki catches it, and he sort of sallies forth to catch them all as they're running, that's going to be very messy. Eclipse has arrived. As I say, so yeah, this is good. So Eclipse was able to watch the battle entirely, and as I say, he's a very skilled player. So I like to think that Eclipse was, you know, giving some advice, and it was being heeded as he was moving. His guys are a bit warmed up and a little bit, maybe a little bit tired here, but he has come all the way around to this point where he's going to be throwing himself from the front lines. Rhun has come all the way around. And Harad is waiting as well. So yeah, it's a bit scary as well that the 2 human factions are the ones that are going to be coming in last. And although, as I say, there's a big difference between Numenor and the likes of the Loki units, it's going to be... It still is a step. It's like, you know, you've just been battering away at all these orcs for ages who are really, you know, so far below you, and then suddenly you've got something that's just, you know, a bit closer. It's the same species as you anyway. Or, yeah, almost the same species. Numenorians and the standard men are a bit different. Uruk captains, I like that. Fires and Swordmasters will still smash them, but the likes of the Royal Legion of Menelaus, that's going to be too much for them to deal with, especially in their busted up state. Uruk captains, of course, armor piercing there with their little attacks here. We're seeing the general in with the Uruk captain, so I don't think we've got any Nazgul on the field. Seafarers there, still alright. And it looks like the right side is barren then of attackers. I know that we could end up getting something sent over here quite quickly. The boys have shown how willing they are to move around when they need to. But that will be certainly a bit of relief for the boys. Ooh, we've been climbing ahead, but again, that's largely down to the ranger fire. Unlike I'm playing a little Warhammer recently. So in Warhammer, of course, it takes ammunition into account with your balance of power. That's not something that happens in Medieval 2, which I kind of think is... I don't know, say what you want about it. I understand, but I do feel kind of naff sometimes when my boys end up routing away just because they fired all their arrows. It's like, no, we could... You know, it's a bit frustrating. Anyway, but at the same time, you'd understand that if you're an archer and you've used up all your ammo and you've still got enemies rushing at you, you're going to want to run away. So it swings and roundabouts. But that's not something we have to consider here. So just because we've used up all of our rangers, we might be in a worse state than what the percentages are saying. And the balance of power is even saying. That's not saying anything good. More on infantry coming in again, more orc fodder. These guys only winded. Nice half-elven warriors there. bringing these guys down in droves. Haven Guard coming over as some Orc fodder, the first of Eclipse's forces arriving here. We get a backstab there. Haven Guard. They might be waiting for a more valuable target. Got some arrows coming over. Again, oh, I like that. That's rough. That is a beautiful arc there that he's found. You got to be worried, a little bit worried about friendly fire, but and well, not so much the concern. The better thing for the defenders, of course, even if he does manage to blast through this Orc fodder and Myron and halberds to hit his own men, he's hitting them in the front. They're benefiting from their shield, whereas the Orcs most certainly are not. So it is nice, and you know, human rangers. I don't actually know the exact range stat of the Wanderers, but I know that most human rangers actually do have quite a low damage stat on their arrows, so fingers crossed they'll be okay, especially with the armor. Still a little pitter-patter of rain, well, I was about to say rain. Yeah, you know, it is really just going to bounce off these guys like rain, the Perithal champions. Very heavily armored. Oh, I see that as one of them goes down from that fire, so it's doing something, most certainly. It doesn't really matter that they're getting shot in the back. Perithal champions do not have shields, and they don't, they're not, even though they may be half-elven, they don't have the elven advantage of a shield value, as most elven swordmasters do. So we've got a little push here. We've got a general of Lord Touchme, but most of Lord Touchme's forces are dead, so it's fair enough if he does end up going down here. Those Blackguard, though, they're already wavering. There's not the numbers to do an actual push there. Oh, some poor Haven Knight, but most of his boys got out. By those things, he just went down. Oh, a little push over here, but no, just not the numbers. And the Farsome Nobles sort of shunting themselves in there to counter that push. I don't know what that was, but it certainly would have stopped them. Horses do have quite a nice high mass value. Haven Knight's coming on in too. I would probably hold fire on them. They would be my ace in the hole, to be honest. I wouldn't touch my cab right now. I think if we get some good cycle charging later on, that's really what we need. Not a lot of units are able to go toe-to-toe with the Farsome Swordmasters, but an armor upgrade of Temple Executioners can certainly give it a go. And with Thanatos' Swordmasters, they're really quite busted up. They're managing to take control of that situation. But if we had any jabs, we're firing. Oh, steel bows. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. A lot of that is unfortunately missing or just colliding into the wall. That's such a shame. But yeah, still worthy target, I would say. About as worthy a target as you can get. Blackguard there getting taken out. Again, this right side. Oh, I was about to say this right side very much just quiet, but some Orc fodder coming in from the Wind Raider just to keep the pressure on, but these Seafarers should take that out quite quickly. I'd be really tempted. Yeah, he's doing it. Oh. Some Blackguard right wing. I'd be really tempted to grab these Royal Legions, see if I could just break these Orc fodder, just to... But I guess, at the same time, they're not going to inflict many casualties. If you break them, they're just going to run away and come back, so you kind of want to maybe kill them. Just let the fight happen for a little bit. Still, yeah, the southern side, I guess we could say, of Minas Tirith, kind of quiet. But these Temple Executioners are out. See, this is where we need these Haven Knights pulled back so that we're about to charge the Temple Executioners that are going to be coming out of this door, I believe. Because if they stay there, those Temple Executioners are going to butcher them. Oh, sorry. They come out of this door, it seems. I was wrong. Which, yeah, so that would have protected them. And yeah, the actual main gate is getting very messy now. As more troops from Jefferson, just more and more of these Mordor forces are coming in. We have Harad moving up. Rhun is still standing. But yeah, as I say, now that we've actually gotten in, if these... oh god, the Demons of the Desert. Yeah, but if these Southron pikes can get moved in through the flat streets on this lower level, because they're not going to be as useful when we fall back to that upper passageway. A lot more gutting, but we've only got 14,000 frames, so we'll see. Royal Legion still slicing on through these guys. What are we at percentage-wise? Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, we've got some breathing room. The defenders. I was about to say that we were stuffed, but I guess the lines are just about to start collapsing now, and oh goodness me, it's all the ranger fire causing this stutter. I'm very sorry, there's not really anything I can do about that. Please don't die. We're okay. I think that must have been Lord Touchme's general, so yeah, he's died valiantly there, but most of his men are already gone, so it's not too much of a problem. But now, the problem is, since they bust through the gate, Noaki's got nowhere to run with these guys. So Oh, they're all going to be killed in pretty decent exchanges for the attackers. And this is where they're going to start climbing back, I believe. Shadow bows. Wonders, I don't know if a lot of these guys will still have a fair bit of ammo too. Oh god, this could be nasty. But yeah, this is where the knights, if the knights could get over here and start cycle charging away, just backing up the forces of Dol Amroth, really just make them pay for it. Good, we got a little cycle charge coming in here. Oh well, quick charge. I think we're running through them. That's not good. No, we don't want to run through them. We want to be slamming in and coming out and in and out, in and out. Still trying to battle out here. Numenorian steel bows with the Royal Legion of Armenelos alongside them. I think we're maybe... Well, I guess what the plan is really just try and bottle them up here so we can just get the ranger fire, get all the fire we have really just poured into them in this spot here. That's what the boys are trying to do. It's tough to tell because they're all like, they kind of look like the corpses beneath them. Oh, we had some troll drummers, nice. Troll drummers, of course, not really, they don't do anything right now, unfortunately, but again, they're a really nice thematic unit. I would have definitely, yeah, I would have probably brought them just for the fun of it, but they unfortunately don't have that morale buffing effect. So they are just trolls that are going to be cracking their drumsticks on your head. Still, not a fun thing to go through. Those Haven Knights really just caught up in amongst Sauron's Will and Halberdiers. Yeah, trying to run through, but not nice, not nice. Yeah, barreling right on in now. Yeah, the boys just using their numbers. Eclipse and Womb Raider fighting side by side. They're just coming right on through into the marksmen, stop them from firing, stop these wanderers from pouring out their damage. And yeah, Nawaki's going to do his best, and he's going to inflict casualties here, but this is the fight the attackers have been waiting for. And yeah, you can see the percentages climbing up now. Nawaki has not been able to get these guys out. Perhaps an earlier retreat would have been a good idea, or yeah, I think there was definitely a bit of panic as that all occurred, and just a coordinated attack as well. That was, you know, even if Nawaki was on his A game there, he couldn't have made that a very good you know, effective defense there, just because the boys came in so fast once they actually broke through. Temple Guard opening up armor-piercing fire from those guys as well. Nice sort of Numenorian descendants. Temple Executioners going toe-to-toe with these shadow bows. Royal Guard out of ammunition behind them. Steel bows out of ammunition. Ooh, shadow bows got their bows out still. Fort. We don't actually have that much back here. So it looks like oh wait, no, we do have some stuff gathered, but Renegades, Haven Guard. We do have a bit, but we've got some Sentinels. We do have some amazing pikes there, but it's not going to be... This is really just hopefully defending against scraps. I think the attackers still just have too much that's barreling on through here. Orc Maulers moving on in. Again, not armored, but we don't have that much ammunition now. Sword Masters getting surrounded by the Minas Morgul Chosen there. Yeah, they'll wipe this out, but you know, there's just so much around them now that it's starting to get scary. They're getting the catapult out. Holy smokes! Okay, the Royal Guard holding the swarm back. You can see the Executioners trying to push through, trying to get into that catapult. And I think, oh, Orc Maulers getting around. I don't think they're gonna get it. No, Fires of Nobles could come in maybe to help out, but... Oh, Minas Morgul Chosen, yeah, oh, no. Too scary. Haven Knights, I don't know. If those steel bows maybe ran down, we might be able to get the catapult out, but I don't see it happening. Cav going to do their best. Eclipse more than happy to just snag the Cav. He sees the danger that they could cause. Wow. Whoa, holy smokes. That was very bloody. Blackguard of Barad-dûr, of course, they don't have an anti-cavalry bonus, but I guess just coming in from behind like that really shredded them. Must have really had their hit points shaved off beforehand. A few valiant defenders in the back here. General of Thanatos fallen. And amongst the Numenorian steel bows, perhaps? Or I would expect probably a Fires and Swordmaster. Probably happened over here. Yeah. Holding the line. Because he'll have more hit points, of course, if he's in with the Fires and Swordmasters. There are 3 hit point units, so he benefits an awful lot from that. And yeah, the last defenders of Dol Amroth on this side. Yep, good. We got some jabbies coming down from the top. Another general killed. Could have been Eclipse. He's been pushing really hard there, or could have been Womb Raider. Again, one of the armies that has taken a lot of damage here. Javelins raining on down to these Knights of the Silver Swan. Here's our marksmen. Oh, yeah, we're getting attacked from behind there now by the forces of Rhun that are jumping on in. Eastron clansmen, more than happy to tie up the Black Swan Renegades. Yeah, they're not going to win that fight. The Black Swan Renegades will beat them, but well, actually, yeah, outnumbering them 3-1 though. The Eastern Clansmen might have that. And yeah, Black Swan Renegades, of course, known for that mace. Just not really been used to their best effect here up against the Clansmen. But something's got to stop those Clansmen, so it's fair enough. Crossbowmen up on the top. Again, if they're getting shots down onto the defenders, it's brutal. Keep those Haven Guard nice and safe behind these buildings. We do not want to get snagged by that crossbow fire. Temple Executioners tying these guys up. Yeah, I think this is a real killer here. Is just the fact that we've got so much so many Rangers that just haven't been able to spend all of their ammunition. And yeah, down to 40, even though they're in guard mode there. I don't see that. Oh yeah, they had to stop now, but I didn't really see them being able to use up all their ammunition anyway. Fire arrows from the Narim. Of course, just cosmetic fire arrows there, but very pretty. Coming crashing on down. A lot of friendly fire, to be honest, but I don't think the men of Rhun will really mind all that much if they accidentally kill a few of these orcs and Orcs. Yeah, if they can, for every one strike they get into the Haven Guard, it makes it very worth it. The Javies doing a lot more damage, though. Yeah, so that's really just quite messy for poor Nawaki there. And we've got the main push up the slope now. We're fighting something. Don't exactly see what. Looks like the Haven Knights were caught up, and they've... Yeah, Nawaki's jumping back and forth. He's focusing on a lot of things at once, so those poor Haven Knights have been grabbed. One fires a noble as well, trying to slow them down, just so they can set up this little defense. Numenorian Sealed Bows is pretty much as good as Numenorian Cohort in a fight. Some Royal Legion mixed in amongst them, and more Numenor... Oh no, that's just one big unit of Numenorian Steel Bowmen. We've got the Treb. We do have the Treb, and we have that Catapult. Some Shadow Bows, lots of Shadow Bows waiting. Yeah, it's manpower. And we do have, as I say, the final defense there that could come on down. It's the problem with defending back there. Oh, wait. Shoot, they've got Demons in the Desert. What I would want to do here is I'd have all of my troops sort of positioned in this area, and then you want to like charge down onto them, because I don't know. It's no matter what, I don't see them denying the use of the demons. I don't see how they can stop those demons from being able to get their work done, because the demons can just position themselves here as they're doing. Yeah, you know, right? No, I think Runic is just gonna go for it. Maybe not. No, he is going to throw. Fair. We might get a bit of friendly fire. But again, a few Orc Maulers dead for the chance of killing some Steel Bowmen or Royal Legion of Armenelos is a very worthy sacrifice. Eclipse coming in with even more Orcs as well to answer to this. Some floating barrels always there, very nice. Dismounted Serpent Guard, as I say, one of the more challenging mainline units that's coming at the defenders today. I love the sort of feather there on top. It's really cool. I don't actually take the Fires and Sword Masters when I play as Numenor, but I do love them as a unit. I just, yeah, no, not for me. But I tend to take just a very balanced army with Numenor, and actually kind of against a lower tier army. A lot of I lean very heavily into the Belagar units. Goodness me, that's almost it. No, we've still got a few troops here. Oh, some burning there. A handful of Haven Guard there, just totally surrounded now. Some Temple Executioners there. If it was just the Flag Rim, we could have been alright for a while, but no, the Temple Executioners have the skill to sort of deal with us. Even without that armor upgrade, they're very good. I quite like without the armor upgrade, I think they look more menacing, they look a lot more evil. But I do, I think giving them the armor upgrade is often a good idea, and I do love the look of them with the armor upgrade. I will admit that. But I think they look a lot more frightening with sort of pointed face masks instead of the full helm and the hoods. Oh, I love the hood. The hood is really cool. Whereas, yeah, we've got the captain of it, which is them with their full regalia. That full helm. That no, we're busting on in. A few of these Orc Javies, yeah, they've done their work from one raider. He's happy enough just to give them a rest. Oh, goodness, just this sea of red. All the red serpents of the dismounted serpent guard. Southron pikes as well, a very tough thing to break without ammunition. Oh, right, yeah, Thanatos did say that his artillery was a bit goofy, and I think this is maybe what he's talking about with it. He's trying to get a shot here, but they are... It's the issue with a trip. Wow, that's a lot of torches combined in one spot here, causing this this fire on the ground. We can, you know, some Mordor sorcery empowering their men with fiery footsteps, who knows, as they try to make their way up. But yeah, that Treb could sort of body slam down, but I think it's just being a little bit goofy. The boys are actually running back from it. It doesn't look like... Yeah, it looks like Eclipse is maybe a little bit scared of the Treb, but now that they've got it stopped, I think we're going to be pushing on forward pretty wildly. What we at here? Yeah, it really is the final defense of the defenders at this point. It's starting to get very scary. Arrows, of course, coming in. This is not a yeah, you can see I can move through it. It's not actually, well, you can't walk through it, but you can shoot through it. Yeah. So yeah, you're seeing these arrows coming on over. Unfortunately, it's just the case. I don't know why. I don't know if it's yeah, I don't know why that's not actually there. So, of course, in case you've not actually played in a long time, the Town Hall is here. Many years ago, or at least in the original Third Age, the Town Hall is all the way up here. Goodness me, but it takes a bit too much time in a multiplayer battle. And I like to think that, yeah, by the point that you've lost here in Minas Tirith, you've pretty much lost the city. So it's all right. When I do play just like little meme games with my friends, though, I do sometimes just we battle all the way up to the final wall, which is quite fun. Standing their ground now. What do you? I'm trying to think. What you can come up through here, as you can go around. If you want to take this long way, you can come all the way around and strike at them from the back, but that would take a good bit of time. But if you've got any cav left at this late stage in the game, it could be very worth it. Shadowbows there rushing on in, not really. Yeah, again, it's the demons there. They can't just form a sentinel battle line, which, yeah, gosh, so many dead sentinels right off the bat there. And again, because this doesn't block any fire. Ooh, good stuff. Some good burning there. Certainly not out of this yet. And that could have been a break for poor Eclipse. But yeah, a lot of burning. We'll see what they can get it up to. Arrow fire, still catapult coming in. Trebuchet team, I'd get that. I guess he's maybe hoping that he can just take back the Treb at some point. More burning, a lot more Orc maulers falling there. Wavering, but not breaking. These Orcs are stubborn today. Still shaking. No, they're doing good. They're doing very good. One Olakai from Jefferson, the captain of the Olakai unit as well, coming on forward. More. Ah, come on, surely. Goodness, Eclipse, I'm so sorry. No, the boys are still going. Wow, just, yeah, no, burn us more. It's good because Eclipse, you know, I'm sure he knows, yeah, he'd much rather have his more non-infantry burned up rather than the dismounted serpent guard coming behind him. So yeah, if he has to just be sacrificed for this, I'm sure he's willing with that. Sentinels coming on in to block them. Even 53 Sentinels are going to be tough, but if these Blackguard Barad-dûr can stay stubborn, they might be able to bust it open. Ah, Temple Guard there, though. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's a break. It's a very well-deserved break, Orcs. There's no shame in running there. Absolutely no shame in running now. You've done good. I'm actually seeing some demons up here. Looks like the demons maybe were told to run up here, so they are going to commit to a full surround. But maybe he was his focus was pulled away. We just have the swarms of darkness moving up around the little hairpin bend here, and up toward the final defense. I don't think there's nothing more. Yeah, it's all down to here now. And yeah, we do have a bit of a push going on now. Just masses of troops. No real like large mass units though. Those Blackguard are kind of very low in numbers. Might have bolted off already. Sentinels trying to hold out. Trebuchet crew in there. Black Swan Renegades on the flanks. Yeah, that Olakai's not going to want to fight the Black Swan Renegades for sure. He'd prefer to go toe-to-toe with the Sentinels. no AP to deal with. Wanderers, I'd get the Haven Guard in there now if I was Nowaki, because once this bursts open, you're done. But I guess he doesn't want to risk the Haven Guard until everything's fully committed. Mahud Warriors getting gutted by Ranger fire, very low on armor. They do have that shield, but yeah, you're seeing that number just drop so fast, like the the Rudar Swordsman. Let's see, Rudar Warriors. Goodness sake, yeah, I've not actually played. Reforged in goodness at this point, like 4 months. Well, yeah, like 5 months. I've not played it since I went away, so I do want to jump into a few games. Problem is, like, my weekends I'm usually quite busy, and that's when we get most of our good games in. But I will see. I'll chat to Eclipse and see if there's any fun scenarios to throw myself into. Still slicing crisscross fire through these poor Mahud Warriors. But again, Capel doesn't care what it's going for today. Yeah, we're benefiting from the fact that we can... I guess, yeah, we are benefiting from the fact that we can throw stuff through here as well, because if we had to thread the needle with every single catapult shot, most of them would be just cracking against the arch in some way. More Ranger fire. It's quite cool. Like, you don't usually see the fights coming like really heavily back. Here, usually this is the make or break position for the defenders. Oh, I didn't even see the Wayne Riders at the start. Goodness. Wayne Riders coming around. What happened to those demons? Those demons are almost around too. The demons here, and there's also more demons. Yeah, 2 units of demons. And then the Wayne Riders coming around too. The general just took a catapult volley. Pretty nasty. To be honest, I'd probably turn around and volley them, but he might not notice. He might be focused, because these demons are unarmored, so they will get absolutely blitzed. But I think they're gonna throw first. Oh, we're out of ammunition. At least we got the ammunition sped. But yeah, if Nowaki throws them at him, wow. Okay, I thought that was the entire unit. I didn't see that coming. Wow. That's wild. Holy smokes, demons. I do find it interesting sometimes, like, I'm definitely not, like, starting an argument with myself, but, like, people that are so kind of scared of, like, witchers and everything, and, like, they're not, like, the demons just did that, they just deleted a unit. It's like, wow, in one volley. So yeah, like, the demons don't seem to get the same flack. Maybe they do and I just don't hear it, but yeah. It's just interesting that people don't seem to talk so much about the Witchers and their issues. Well, and the demons, as they do the Witchers. Not saying, as I say, I don't think the demons have issues. I don't think the Witchers have issues. But yeah, it's just an interesting situation, right? Oh, there is a unit of Nazgul here. Ah, so the Woman Raider did have some Nazgul. It's going to be tough for the Haven Guard. Yeah, the general there is going toe-to-toe. His captain of the Haven Guard is trying to come in to sort things out, trying to shove the Nazgul away from him. If anybody's going to be able to deal with the Nazgul, it's the Haven Guard. But, and they would do all right against them for sure, but it's still a messy fight all the same. Those demons approaching now. The catapult's going to be able to give them a little bit of support. 1 catapult crewman left. I guess he did actually take a bit of demon fire. These demons might be out of ammunition, but once the demons are out of ammo, they can shove themselves on into melee freely. We're going to see we've got this next unit as well. Wayne Riders, riding on in here. Going to blitz right through the demons, not causing them any damage, of course, but throwing them around. Or maybe not. Are we going to be friendly? Nah, surely not. Get those troll men yeeted. Hey! Okay, good stuff. I think, to be honest, that Nazgul that the general was fighting was maybe the general of Mordor. Just because of, like, positioning there, I think it might have been. I like to believe it was. But yeah, the Wayne Riders causing a bit of chaos. Going down! Hey! Okay, I didn't see that coming. Holy smokes, he must have taken so much damage so quickly. I mean, yeah, they're a big target. And there's no chariots in Medieval 2, so they're elephants. So think about that hitbox. So he probably came in there and he had blooming 5 Haven Guard just swinging at him all at once. So you do go down fast, and when you stop. But no, still, I liked it. I definitely liked it, but that's such a shame for Order 66 to lose your general at this point. Demons there, looks like they were in guard mode. But yeah, no, if they all just crash into melee there, they're good in a fight. They're armor piercing in a fight as well, so, you know, they use the same weapons in melee as they used at throws, so they'll just smack these very wounded Haven Guard around, and that should be it. We're not seeing a timer pop up. I think the boys just push right through the center, but it will be the last stand of the Haven Guard here. We got it up to almost 80%, which to me is, like, I feel that's a pretty close fight. I think the guys really did the best they could. I do always appreciate, you know, the idea of this 2v6 is not something I would be in any way, shape, or form capable of. I'm not a great defender at the best of times, but I think the guys did very well. As I say, the only issues I felt, I wouldn't have gone for that second unit of Haven Knights. I think 1 unit of Cav each is maybe worth it. And other things, it was just letting Nowaki get cut off. Now, it happened very quickly, so I do get it, but... And maybe the boys were like dead set on just like pouring their full defense into the outer walls, which I appreciate for sure, because there's far too many times that people just don't give a proper fight on Minas Tirith on the outer levels. They wait until the inner levels where they're gonna do better. I know that we had a bit of a kerfuffle with that artillery. Thanatos did let me know, and we saw that there. That was a shame. I don't know how this could have been won. The only way I think this could have been won for the defenders is some really quite impressive cav play, which I think it was just the micro issues. Like, we were always focused on our infantry. We were always focused somewhere, so we weren't able to micro the cav. So we couldn't really get those monumental close range cycle charges going on. In addition to that, yeah, it was just Nowaki not being able to like pour out all of his ammunition. What do we, 77%? You know, so it wasn't. A lot of that is like the lighter armored Harad forces. So we could have had Nowaki been able to fire every arrow in his quiver. Where are the last guys? No, there it's gone. Had Nowaki been able to fire every arrow in his quiver, maybe things could have been better. I don't know how this could have been won. Goodness me, yeah, the boys just coming in later on there, but you can see just the numbers disparity. Holy smokes. We're a leader from our Menelaus there. Wow, almost 500 kills from one of them. Swordmasters, 3 units of Swordmasters. Whoa. Sentinels there, yeah, it was like letting our Sentinels get hit by the demons and stuff like that. That was definitely a shame, but that was just, we didn't have the ammunition to shoot the demons. Shadow bows there, 600. Super duper. Cohort there, yeah, one of the Numenorean cohorts really just underperformed, but you can see what they're capable of there with the 400, but like 46, I don't know what happened to these guys. Seafarers, only 1 unit of Seafarers. Yeah, but I guess he just had, yeah, I don't know what else you do with the money. As far as nobles, we could have done better with that and the treb. I don't know, maybe this was winnable. I think, yeah, some more powerful treb play, or like some more lucky treb play. A bit more like fancy cav stuff with the fires and nobles, and sentinels being alright. And then, of course, a slightly earlier retreat for Nowaki, and this could have gone differently. It was pretty damn close, for sure. I like Lord Touchme's just like getting stuck in there right away. It's always what I like to do. Womb Raider coming in sort of right behind him, and Jefferson too. Eclipse coming all the way around to the other side was interesting. I think it worked out well. And then the human factions just coming in to finish it off. But yeah, it was some good coordination from the attackers. And these guys, as I say, they're good. This could have been more possible had it been like 3 brand new players, maybe, and then like 3 average players. But as I say, we had guys like Eclipse in there, and that's, especially if he's able to coordinate the team and they're listening to him, it's tough. So thank you guys very much, and I will see you later.